So I started outlining them a bit, and because they're not like realistic looking poppies, it's okay to have like the black outline a bit there. I'm just gonna put more paint and make a mess. So as you can see, I'm just kind of trying to outline some of it, and I'm putting gray in some places, black, and even highlighting some places with white. So here's another one, a flower here. So we're working on this one. So I'm going to have the black on the inside of the stem, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, going both sides, because I mean amongst each other in a bunch of them there's going to be shadows on both sides, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm just trying to make a bit of a shadow, and remember, if you want a thinner line, you just twist your brush a bit. And then we just make our little outline. And these flowers are a little more rounded than I would probably like them normally, but it's all good. I'm going to put some gray in here. Pulling in some gray a little bit. And without wiping it, I'm kind of adding some white to mix it in. Just going to give it a shadowy look a bit here. Rinse that off. Go again. So I'm going to put some gray here. I'm actually going to add more black to it, but for now I'm just going to go a little in the gray, a little black. And that's how I'm outlining my flower. This one, of course, is a little bit on the upside down kind of a piece of flower. You know how they kind of sometimes come over. So I'm just going to darken it up a bit. Grab some white, throw some highlights in some areas. And of course there is some, I'm not rinsing my brush up totally, so, but it really, it's okay. Highlight my leaves. It's just gonna resemble more or less than anything else the image that I want. Flowers. Okay, I'm going to do this one here because you guys haven't seen me do the center. I was just doing them here. So this center is going to kind of come out this way. And I'm just going to randomly, it's got a little water on there. Without really worrying too much about it. Get my outer edge, and you can darken it up, gray it up. You don't have to have it such a hard black, but this is more of a fun, what did you know, fantasy type of cartoony flower, I think is what it was meant to be, not like the real deal of having to look perfect. So there is my flower. Can you see? I'm just kind of going in, and it is going to be dark on both sides, this one here. A little bit because of it's just a shorter in the way. Flower in between all this stuff here. I'm putting some grays in here because it's a lighter color than the red, so it looks a little better, I think, on the yellow and on the orange to have a little bit of gray. And thicker black in the center here. And then I do my white dots. You don't have to. I'm just doing like kind of like my poppy kind of thing. How they would look. I could cover that highlight up a bit, but then I'm going to throw a little bit of a highlight here, just because. I'm going to throw a little bit of a highlight here because the flower's kind of turned back here a little bit, and a low light maybe coming in a little bit more on this side, lower, so whatever. Anything you want, really. I'm going to add more green here because I think I made this too. There we go. Again, on this one, I'm just going to put a little bit of shading here. I'm just going to pull the petals a little bit more. Separated like that. Putting some highlight here, but it doesn't matter. I got some gray on there. It's okay. It's just an interpretation of what you see in your mind. There you go. Once again, don't forget the leaves. So it's just a fun. There's a lot of texture here too from the napkin, so that's fun. And you could just paint away. And if you don't make a mistake or anything, don't worry about it. Because it's your book, and you can practice it a few times before you get it to where you want it for a canvas, if that's what you want to do. It's perfect to practice on one of these journals. An art journal, this is my cardboard one, right? But an art journal of this, anything. So I'm throwing some white in there, and with my black, because it's just going to go gray, and then I can highlight it even more after. okay. There's that whitewash on there too. I don't know if I mentioned that when I started, but I did a whitewash of gesso over it so the paint would be really nice, and it's not bad. And like I said, you can always just fix it up. Too much paint, pull a little bit off. So guys, I hope you like this. This is just my fun play with this, and I'm probably going to leave you at that for now and maybe finish it up in speed and show you at the end. Well, I was supposed to shade with you guys on here, but by the time it compressed onto my computer, I was all done. Not good, but I did a few with you guys, so I didn't want to. Oh, I was like, do I bore them? I didn't know. So I'm just gonna, put little pieces of color on here and there, like this. And listen to my dogs bark. The reds and the oranges go really nice for like the poppy look. So it's okay to add the colors that are in your flowers already to some of the other ones. And I'm going to go with the yellow bit here too. It's to highlight some of these. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to look like poppies. But adding the color just gives them more depth, I think. So. Isn't that pretty? Doing a little bit of yellow down here where the white is. Just dabbing it on. And there we go. So pretty. This orange is really thick, but I'm going to add a little bit more orange to some of them. There's no wrong. It's your art. Play with it. And see how much depth it gives you when you add the orange and the yellow to the red poppy and to even the other colors. This one's got to get a little bit more fixed, but so I'm going to grab a little bit of red, kind of pounce it out, and then just pull in some darker colors. Here's my red. On my sticky note, pounce it out and see how it's going orange, because I didn't take the color out of my brush, because this is fun playtime. So isn't that pretty? Just a little bit. Give it a depth. Those poppies are never pure one color. Flowers usually are not. And you can totally add some more color to them. sticky on that side there. Nice about the little sticky notes, they're kind of convenient that way. So on here, I'm just going to put a little more shadow on this side. Isn't that pretty? It's not perfect, but it is pretty. I'm going into the black that I made really thick here and pouncing on it. And on this side I'm going to add a little bit of a red-orange mixture, a little more orange. Tad more yellow, pounce. This is a different type of painting, guys. This is like mixed media, fun. There we go. Pretty. I'm going to add a little darkness around the center. Pulling in. Perfect. And I think that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just a fun play with some painting. And I was inspired by watching Annie Couture's little easy flowers for journaling. I can add the link below so you guys can check her out. And I hope you guys have fun and craft like a duck. There we go. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.